the champ himself, your 7-time Olympia champion. And Phil, that's the announcement that you want to hear, except with a big old 8 in there come Saturday night, brother. How you feeling?
Feeling really good. Just can't wait to get this on. Just can't wait to get it on.
I mean, you have to be just over the moon excited. I mean, obviously it's the Olympia. Listen, every Olympia is exciting. Let's face it. But, I mean, this has special significance for a few reasons. Obviously, as everybody knows, you're chasing 8.
Yes.
Listen, great to be tied with Arnold, but you got your sights a little bit higher here with Haney and the great Ronnie Coleman, of course. So this puts you in the elite category. Then, of course, puts you in a great position to beat them with 9, which nobody ever thought was humanly possible. Right. Did you need any more motivation than that?
No. I think winning last year, especially with the condition that I had, with the double hernia and the intestinal strangulation, and getting that resolved, enabled me to realize, like, wait a minute, I was able to win with that going on. If I train hard and get a good recovery, which I did in the off season, good things are going to happen. Great things are going to happen. So I'm expecting very good things to happen on Friday, Saturday night. I've been working my ass off, as everybody, says, oh, I've been training hard. I've been training very hard. Went old school, went 2-a-days, which,
That's old school.
That's old school,
yeah.
And I got a lot of great conditioning out of it, living in, the Mile High City of Denver. And, very positive going in. I mean, I've been having a really, close circle of friends and family. My support system has been awesome. And then just knowing who the hell I am. 7-time Mr. Olympia is no fluke. And to look up and say Ronnie Coleman and Lee Haney are there, but to also have them during my off season give me praise and give me encouragement. They both reached out. They both are class acts. And normally when you have records, you always hear, oh, I don't want my record. My record is my record. Both of these gentlemen were saying the same thing. Records are meant to be broken, and they are just privileged to be a part of it. And, I kept that in mind. And I'm just, like I said, I'm just ready to get this on. I know a lot of guys are, ready to see, what I have in store. And, I'm talking about the competition. They want to see it because they follow what's going on social media. They follow, and it's my job to set that standard and let them know that it's not their day, it's mine.
Well, if chasing 8 wasn't enough, you've had some added fuel to the fire this year, which is obviously, listen, you still won last year, but obviously you've got your detractors, which everybody does as the champion. We've talked about that many times. And that doesn't sit well with you. I know it doesn't sit well with you. I know it just eats at your core, you know what I mean, where you're like, all right, you know what? I'm going to get this fixed here. Had double hernia, which you knew was an issue, but obviously at that point you had to do what you got to do to get yourself back on stage, get yourself in shape enough to win the Olympia, which you did. But now you got that fixed, like I say. Now that problem's behind you. You had a full year of training, real nice, injury-free, obviously. And you've got now the chase of, okay, if I lined up all these Phil Heaths, which one's going to be the best? Which year? 211, 212? Will 218 be the best Phil Heath that we've seen?
Absolutely, without a doubt. That was the goal.
Sure.
And the cool thing is that I'm 38 years old, and the muscle maturity years are here, so I can take in what I did in 2011, 2013, and really show the muscle maturity on those 2 years. And that was the goal. Let's be like everybody talked about 2011. I was like, okay, let's. That's why I had to go back to 2-a-days. Sure. Because that's what I did back then. And I'm just. It's not going to be exactly what 2011 was because I think I weighed like 230 pounds back then. That was a lot of weight. That's like almost 20 pounds ago, stage muscle. But I understand what the fans want, and but it was more about what I wanted. I just want to be the best I can be. So when I look at those pictures, when I look at that video, I can say there's no flaws. Because last year, I could say, okay, had a freaking double hernia. That's a flaw.
And listen, you're a realist when it comes to that. You're not one for smoke and mirrors. Listen, you were the first one to point out and say, look, I was not at my 100% best. I'm telling you, there was an issue with control in the midsection at times. Because look, I got a double hernia, so I'm not making excuses, but I'm telling you, I'm keeping it real. It seems like this year it's a little bit more personal with all that kind of good stuff, and it seems like, you're not obviously shy on stage by any stretch. No. You're usually pretty fired up and all that. I get the idea that this year, Phil's just going to be a little bit more.
I think anyone that wants it is going to get it, and I'm very excited for it. I train hard for it. I train more mentally and emotionally strong for this. Physically, I went through things that they couldn't even imagine going through. I've already proven that. But mentally, and then also emotionally, I deal with much more than they could that they deal with. Because, I mean, when you're a multi-Olympia champion, you deal with things that other people just don't.
Sure.
And I think everybody watching, whether you're a fan of mine or not, knows that. But I was able to learn and mature. And I think that's what's, making me, train hard. And preparation equals separation. And when you're talented and you work hard, there's not much they can do. So I think, everybody knows that last year, if I didn't have the hernia, like, you wouldn't have said not a damn thing.
Right.
But because of the fact that that's what they said, now that it's gone, what are you going to say now? You know going in that that's not there. So they're either going to be in disbelief, hoping that it doesn't happen because they're rooting for their guy, which is fine. But I suggest everybody do this. Hope that I come in the best I've ever done it, so then I can show you something. Because when I'm gone and I'm retired and this and that, you're going to want me to come back. So I just want to, train. I did my last workout today, had a great workout, had a great prep, and I just am praying to God that, I do what I'm meant to do, which is be that champion and to show the world, just how great I am. So I'm really excited for it. I know what's at stake, the title. And, there's more to come after that, but I have to take care of Friday and Saturday night first.
Sure. Yeah. Well, Phil, best of luck, obviously, as you're into your last 48 hours of preparation. And let's hope that both of us are in this exact same position on Saturday night as we have been in the last 7 years.
Absolutely. And just want to say thank you all for watching. It's a truly honor and privilege to be the champion. And most importantly, thank you for being a fan of bodybuilding. It's definitely a sport that I was able to get into shortly after a Division I basketball career. I never thought I would be on that stage. I still remember in 2005 when I won the NPC Mr. USA, and I attended my very first Mr. Olympia contest where Ronnie won number 8. And I'll save the rest for after I win number 8. But thank you very much.